It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Hey everybody, welcome in. My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine Please, the Tuesday night live stream. How are you? I hope you can hear me. Right before I went on, I got a message saying that my microphone, my browser lost connection to my microphone, but I can hear me, and I'm hoping that you can as well. I'll monitor the chat. If you can't hear me, scream at me. Oh, we do hear you. Fantastic. Thank you, PTV, and welcome in. What? There. That was slow. Let me call up my chat. There it is, so I can see it over there on that screen. Welcome in, everybody. Today, I've got some coffee. I've got a cookie that I'm super excited to try, and I don't know if you've heard of it. I can't wait. But I just recently found out about this cookie, and I can't wait to try it in just a few minutes. But before I do that, I like to celebrate the first 3 people that make their way into the chat on the live stream here. So let's do that. Here we go. And there it is. That's working. Your chat may be different than mine, but according to my chat, our gold medalist, it's Joey's World. Silver goes to Cherie, Silvergirl, 326. And birthday girl Samantha Lowe is our bronze medalist. Happy birthday, Samantha. And thank you for being one of the first in the chat today. A very close fourth is Noah. Welcome in, Noah. Thanks for being here and stopping by. Paul Eichenlaub, hello to you. Mr. Fulton Mraz, hello. I hope you're well. Francisco, good evening to you. Mar in Memphis is also here and is happy. Thanks. Awesome. Timothy Rainwaters, hello to you. Thanks for stopping by. PTV shutting down work for good? Oh, just temporary. Okay, good. Sir Gary of the Beaches, welcome in. Keith, BDF, is also here. Hello to you. Thanks for spending a bit of your Tuesday with us. Michelle the Quilter, always a pleasure. Hello to you. Donna Jaworski, season's greetings. Movie Mania Nick, hello to you as well. Thanks for stopping by. We've got Vocal Fry. Yes, we have Vocal Fry. Pam's Fam, hello. Welcome in. Season's greetings. Monorail Molly is also here. Hello to you. Thank you for stopping by. I also have a top 15 list later in the show. And it's a dry subject, but hopefully I can breeze through it. And anyway, I'm not selling it well, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Anyway. Longtime viewers of the show know that the boy is studying overseas, and I thought I'd give an update. So we need some FSU theme music. That's enough. He is over in Valencia, Spain, and I may have mentioned this on the show before, but it is like pulling teeth trying to get that boy to send us pictures. And occasionally he does, but not without lots of asking. He's just not doing it voluntarily. Anyway, he went on his first class trip. Surf Bum, welcome in. Good to see you. Went on his first class trip to the Andalusian part of Spain, which is the south of Spain, and they went to a number of cities, and from there, he went on another side trip. More on that in just a second. Anyway, FSU Valencia has a small Instagram account, and there aren't many people that are subscribed to it, but I am. Arjon's, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. There is a couple of group pictures that FSU Valencia has posted, and none of them contain the boy, except I thought I saw him in one of them, and I'm going to show you this. I sent it to him, and I know everybody in the picture's small in this picture that I'm showing you, but if at all you can zoom into that, there is somebody in the very back, and you can see a third of a face, and I asked him if that was him. I also saw this one. Another student that's there posted pictures of her trip, or it's all their trips, but her pictures of that trip. And I thought, again, didn't see the boy anywhere, except I thought maybe this was his plaid, his flannel shirt. So I asked him, "Is that you?" And lo and behold, neither one of those are him. So he's in none of the pictures. Even where I thought it was him, it's not him. Candy Mom, Cynthia, welcome in. And Rob Fuzz is also here. Hello, Rob. Now, he did send a picture. They went on a side. Oh, Rob's driving. Please be careful. I hope the horn didn't freak you out on the road. I'm sure it didn't. I'm sure you're used to it and appreciate it and kind of love it. Anyway, the boy took a side trip to Gibraltar, and he sent me. I asked for a picture, and he sent me this one. And that's the boy standing in front of the Rock of Gibraltar, and a super cool picture. So we've got to ask him a lot for pictures, and occasionally we'll get one. We'll get one a day. One a day, on average. Not even. We get less than one a day on average. But when we ask for one, he'll send it. Yeah, and I thought that was awesome because I've always heard of the Rock of Gibraltar, and I've seen pictures, but not, never my son standing in front of it. So amazing. So thank you, boy, for sending that. Yeah. What else was I going to say about that? I don't remember. But it's nice to finally get that, and hopefully more will be on the way. Probably not. Anyway, I can hope, and I can continue to ask. I am not above bothering him about that. If we had a daughter, we'd have a million pictures. I recognize that. And I also recognize that if that were me on the trip, I would be as stingy with the picture taking, I think. But I don't know. What are you going to do? I was just hoping that FSU Valencia would have posted a picture, and incidentally, he's in the background or something, but that didn't happen. Oh, well. Did I see my mother in the chat? I did. Hi, Mom and Dad. Hello. Thanks for popping in and sharing pictures of the boy. Just one more time. That is not him, and that is not him. So, yeah, well, what are you going to do? All right, getting close to cookie time, and I feel I need coffee first.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
All right, here's my coffee today in the Orlando Guy mug, the Orlando Guy mug. And there's nothing particularly special about today's coffee other than I had mentioned I like these K-Cup pods, these ones that use less plastic. Those are nice. And for the most part, we knew of one coffee company, an Italian brand, that makes has a number of different brands under their umbrella, and they make the pods with the less plastic in them. But we've recently found out that our local Sprouts Farmers Market has a line of coffees, and this is one of their pods. So this is it. So today I am drinking the Sprouts Organic Colombian Coffee. So here it is. Good. It's good. It's good. I mean, it is good. Dean is here. Welcome in, Dean. Good to see you. All right. I'm super excited to show you this cookie. So let me play the intro to the segment, and then let's delve into this brand new Oreo cookie. Okay, I didn't know this existed. Perhaps you did. But my wife just told me about this a couple days ago, that there is a new Oreo cookie, and they've got a million flavors now. But this Oreo cookie has cookies and cream filling. Yes, it's an Oreo cookie with Oreo cookie filling. And PTV is asking, is this the most Oreo? It is indeed. Here it is. Found at Target, also at the local Winn-Dixie. But as you can see, it's got on the package, it's got the cookies and cream filling. And I was not aware of this, but my wife alerted me to it, and I immediately had to look it up and get it and find it and eat it. So that's what I'm about to do. I saw somebody. Oh, Debbie Bernfeld, welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. Cynthia says Suzanne said it was okay, not a wow factor for her. It's hard to beat the original Oreo. It's like the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. There's so many different versions that Reese's has put out there, but the best is still the original Peanut Butter Cup. Although I liked the outrageous bar. Anyway, let's crack this open. And I did peek inside because my wife had one. I didn't ask her how it was, but you can see just it's like it's more than a double stuff. There's a lot of filling in here, and this is more filling than I think I want. But I'm going to eat this as is because that's the way Oreo wants me to eat it. So let me do the close-up cam. Where am I? There it is. Okay, so there we go. My nails need a trim. Yeah, okay, maybe the close-up cam was a bad idea. All right. Here we go. Very excited. I've got my coffee. An Oreo. Yeah. Okay. If you're just joining us, we're trying the most Oreo. It is Oreo with cookies and cream filling. Now, cookies and cream is, of course, Oreo. So there's Oreo in the middle of this Oreo, and it just tastes like a regular Oreo to me. Of course, because the filling has Oreo cookie in it. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, there's an extra amount of the filling in these cookies. They're quite loaded. I mean, there's the picture on the container. I almost said box. It's too much. It's too sweet. You know, a normal Oreo has just the right amount of sweet filling and cocoa cookie to it, and that's the classic combination and ratio. And that's what I've grown to love. These are a fun gimmick, but like Suzanne perhaps said, nothing to write home about. A fun conversation at a party, perhaps. But it's an Oreo cookie with more filling, is all that is. Because the filling tastes like an Oreo cookie. I mean, it tastes like the filling of an Oreo cookie. It is the inception of Oreo. Simba 2, welcome in. Also, Walt is here. Hello, Mouse Talk. Yeah, I'm glad I have it. I don't not like these. They're a little sweet. I think I'll take them. I'll leave a couple at home, but I'm going to take these to my classroom and have the students devour them. But super happy to try them. This is fun. It's a limited edition, so they won't be around forever, but happy to try the most Oreo. Yeah. Dean says they should call it the superfluous Oreo. That's a mouthful. As is the Oreo, pun intended. Oh, well. I do need another sip of coffee. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? I'm going to be on another show tomorrow, and I'll be on D&G Explorers, and they're going to host a 5 Foolish Mortals, except one of our Foolish Mortals won't be able to join us, so it'll just be 4 Foolish Mortals. But tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be the 5 Foolish Mortals without Charlie. So there's going to be 4 of us. It'll be on the D&G Explorers channel. I think we're having a Valentine's Day themed show. So I got to go out and buy some chocolate or something. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, we'll be there, the 4 Foolish Mortals. It'll be myself, Derek and Gregory, of course, from D&G Explorers, and Ben from Pepper Tree Villa. Oh, and did I mention D&G Explorers? Did it. Okay. What now? Oh, you know what? We haven't played Wordle in a minute, so I think I wouldn't mind doing that. Okay. Are we there? I don't love that the top half of the screen is an ad, but what are you going to do? Anyway, let's get the Wordle music going. I'm going to try to do this quickly. I may not even get it because I'm going to do it too quickly, but I don't want to spend forever on it. I think I'll go with the word moist because it bothers some people, and I like to push buttons. That got me no letters, but I know not to use those letters anymore. All right. Now the word plead, because it also has two vowels and common consonants. Okay, wow. All right, so P-L-E-A, not in the correct places. So let me think about this for a moment. It's not the word leapt. If I just move the letters over, so maybe L-E-A in different positions, and then maybe an R and an N. I know that there's no P in that word. Wait a minute, what about the word pearl? How about that? Okay, no. Alright, so let me go back. So it doesn't begin with a P, but maybe it begins with an L. Oh, I should have... I'm doing it too quickly. I didn't realize my second word was also started with a P. So L... A... P... E... L. Lapel. No. But the P's in the right place. Okay, so... what about the word apple? A-P-P-L-E. Woohoo! Fantastic. Okay, let's play Framed. Let's, Framed, if you're unaware... Oh, let me, where's my comments here? What's Noah saying? I missed the old Lingo show on Game Show, exactly like Wordle. Chuck Woolery was great on that team. I don't remember that. Lingo. Huh. Oh, Simba 2 knew it was Apple. Well done. Got it before I did. All right. Let's go to Framed. Framed shows you a frame from a movie, and you got to guess it. If you don't guess it the first time, they show you another frame from that same movie, and I think they get more revealing as you go along. Let me share my screen. We'll do that, and here's today's Framed. Can I make it a little bit larger? Yes. Okay. Now, I think this is easy. I think I know this. I'm going to wait for the chat. Yes, Mouse Talk's got it. That's what I thought too. You've got mail. Why would they show... I know Tom Hanks has his back to the camera, but I've only seen this movie once in my life, and that was in the theater when it came out. And I know that this is that movie. Dabney Coleman. I mean, that looks like 90s Tom Hanks, and he lives on goes to stay with his dad lives on a boat, houseboat, something. Anyway, I'll just type it in. Is it you or you've? Michelle says you've. Oh, there's the suggestion right there. You've got mail, and of course that's correct. Okay. Dave Chappelle is the friend. And what other frames would they give us? More Dabney Coleman and Tom Hanks. And then there's Clark Griswold's dad from Christmas Vacation, right? I don't remember him in there. Meg Ryan and the ghost of Tom Hanks, apparently. Greg Kinnear. All right. And Hooch. All right, everybody. Well, that was fun. Now, was that Carl Reiner? That wasn't the gentleman that plays Clark Griswold's dad in Christmas Vacation? I haven't seen it in a while. But Walt says that's Carl Reiner. Okay. Now let's, if you don't mind, if you'll indulge me, I wouldn't mind playing Chrono Photo again. This is a game I introduced last week. Chrono Photo shows you 5 pictures, and for each picture, you have to guess in what year that picture was taken. There's a slider at the bottom, and you can guess from the year 1900 to last year. And the closer you guess to the correct year, the more points you earn. You can earn up to 1,000 points per picture. And, it's not Carl Reiner. Oh, I thought it looked like that guy. John Randolph, thank you. Keith is there with the assist. Thanks, guys. All right, let's see. Chrono Photo. Let me present it. Anyway, it was quite fun, and I enjoyed playing it with you, and I hope you enjoyed playing along yourself. I remember the guesses in the chat, and it was a lot of fun, and I love games, so here we go. There'll be 5 pictures, and if I scroll down a bit, you can see the slider, and that's how you place your guess. You slide this along the little timeline here to guess which year you think this photo was taken. So now, I hope you can see that well. All right. Black and white. This looks like, not that it matters where this is, but it's Asian. Those buildings. Maybe this is early Epcot. I'm kidding, of course. Here's the biggest hint I'm seeing here. This old-timey car and these women that look like they're about to board the Titanic. So I'm guessing certainly early 20th century. But when exactly? 20s? What do you guys say? Noah says 42. Nick says 1918. That's kind of where I was leaning. Ryan, welcome in. Ryan says 1927. Donna says 36. Rachel, welcome in. Rachel says 1920. And Debbie's still talking about Tom Hanks. No, that's awesome. They were in 4 movies together, Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, says Debbie, dropping some knowledge on us. Thank you, Debbie. Dean says 1927. Simba 2, 1919. All right. I was thinking before 1920, but how early before? I don't know. I don't really know automobiles, but 1918, 1919, I'm guessing. 1919 sounds good to me. Close to the 20s, but not quite. So I put my slider there, I hit submit, and it tells me 1910. Much earlier than I kind of thought. Well, how about that? Keith says cars before 1920 were crank start with a crank in front of the car. I remember that from Looney Tunes cartoons, but I didn't really have one. Ben, Pepper Tree Villa, welcome in. All right, let's move on to our next picture. Wait, how do I get there? All right, so we earned almost 400 points. Not great. But we get another chance here. Okay. You can see that? Good. Okay. This picture brought to you by Stroh's. Or is that Stroh's or Schlitz? Stroh's, right? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Well, this is in color, but it certainly looks like it's from the 40s or 50s to me. Not that I was there, but zooming into the table, pack of Pall Malls, I'm guessing. I'm not really sure. I don't smoke. The haircut, I don't know. Where are they? These guys were rocking ugly Christmas sweaters. They were the OGs. What about what she's wearing? The white button-up shirt with that looks a little bit like Audrey Hepburn fashion to me. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I don't have a clear guess. I'm looking at the chat now. So Nick says 54. Debbie says 45. Rachel says 1957. Ben guesses 1954. Is that a calendar on the wall? That's a great question, Mar. That's not. Where? Where else? I don't know. Look at these curtains. Now, it looks like they're in a ski lodge, and these curtains look like they're from the White Lotus. I don't know what. I'm not exactly sure when this is. Simba2 says 1968. I think it's before the 60s. Paul Eichenlaub also says 60s, 1962. Looks like they're in a cabin. Indeed. Walt also says 1962. This looks earlier to me. I think this is 50s. So I'm going to go with Ben's guess, 1954, I think. That way, if it's wrong, I can blame Ben. 52! All right. So that earned us 849 points, giving us 1,245. All right, next round. Okay. Old-timey telephone operator. Native American. IKEA cabinet. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what that is. I think that was just handmade. When did they stop using these cones? These cone telephone type things? Or is this a... No, it wouldn't be a telegraph. They don't use voice in telegraph. What's going on? I don't know. This one is tough, Dean. Walt says 1886. The earliest we can go is 1900. 1900. So, 1900? 1905, I see 1926, 1914, 1915, 1908. Yeah, I think this is pretty early. Let's go with Nick, 1905. Let's try it. 1925, a little off. Who knew? That was tough. Did somebody guess that? Paul said 1926. Well done, Paul. Better than I did. That was hard. I mean, there weren't, I guess there were clues, but, oh well, let's move on. All right. An urban area. Are these cars from the 80s? I think they are. I'm guessing. I don't know. Any clue on the signs? The more I zoom in, the less the resolution. Wholesale Hoos? Is that what that says? Washington Sales. I don't really know what that means. Let's see what we have in the chat. Donna says 77. PTV with 1985. 75. Rachel says 1990. Ryan says 1987. Melissa, welcome in. Melissa says 1972. 1979 for Simba 2. Paul is mentioning a square headlight. What does that indicate? Is that early 80s? This car over here on the right, that looks 80s to me. I'm guessing 80s. PTV says I'm seeing a Ford Tempo. Is that what that car is on the right? Oh, this one's tough. But not as tough as the phone operator. Let's see. It looks like at one time there was a festival or parade that went down this street. I'm not sure. When did they start using car bras? I think it was the 80s. I'm going to guess 84. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I'm guessing 84. 94? What? Ugh. Good grief. 94? Oh, this poor town. All right, let's move on. Final picture. Okay. All right. Voting. I see a Roosevelt sign back there. Vote. Okay, so Roosevelt was in 4 elections. FDR, that is. And so this, I don't think this is Teddy Roosevelt. Right to organize. So, okay. Collective bargaining. Any year mentioned on these posters? No. Learn to vote. Does anybody read Hebrew? Okay. I'm not exactly sure. So is this pre-World War II? It would have to be. Because he was not... Was he elected in 44? In which case, that would have been his last election. I don't recall. Let me look at the chat here. Dean says 29. Donna says 32. Ben says 44. Ryan, 1940. Debbie, 43. Keith says before 1945. I agree. Mom says 37. 41. Ben is telling me the years of the Roosevelt elections. 32, 36, 40, and 44. It's certainly election campaigns weren't as long then as they are now. So it wasn't a year before an election, I'm guessing. So let me see here. What did my mom say? 37. I think it was probably 36. I'm going 36. Yay! Context clues! How about it? Thanks, everybody, for your help in the chat. Our game results, these are the pictures. Not great there. We did all right there. Not so great there. Not so great there. And nailed it. All right, we ended on a high note. I'm happy about that. Well done, everybody. I hope you like that game. I do. And I'll tell you what, it goes great with the most Oreo. Not a sponsor. All right, let's take an intermission. When we get back, I've got just a very dry top 15 list for you. I'll try to make it entertaining. I don't know what I can do, but stick around, and we'll be right back.
Hi, you hungry? Looking for a tempting treat? Hold on till I absorb some heat. Some added tang might please you too. I'll slide into an oven-fresh bun, and I'm ready for your eating fun.
Why don't you try a juicy good hot dog? Delicious.
All right, before I get into the top 10 list, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. A reminder, I'm going to be on with Ben from Pepper Tree Villa. And I'm also going to be there with D&G Explorers. It's their channel, for crying out loud. We're going to be the Five Foolish Mortals minus Charlie tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're going to have some Valentine's Day fun, or celebrate Valentine's Day 6 days prior, I guess. Today, I don't know if you saw my thumbnail for this live stream, but I put the periodic table of elements on there. And for some reason, today is National Periodic Table Day. So I thought, I'm always looking for new and different top 15 lists. And I found a website. What was the website? Interestingengineering.com. They had a list of 15, and that's what they called it, fun and interesting facts about the periodic table of elements. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to go through them quickly and hope not to bore you. But here's the thing. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a chemist. I don't know much about the periodic table of elements. I have no memory of using this in high school. I just don't. Where's my... There we go. Well played, Rachel. Let's see. So I looked up some of this stuff, and we'll learn. We'll live and learn together and laugh. We're not going to laugh because there's nothing funny about this. But let's just get into it. And there it is. It's not stopping. It's just everybody's contributing, and I love it. Okay. All right, let's go. Number 15, Dmitry Mendeleev. Mendeleev. I think that's it. Anyway, why is his name up there? This is the guy that created the periodic table of elements. He presented it on March 6th, 1869 at the Russian Chemical Society. I lost breath there. Ran out of breath, rather. Though he is often cited as the inventor of the modern periodic table, did you know that his table wasn't the first attempt to organize the elements according to periodic properties? I didn't know that. In 1864, Lothar Meyer published a periodic table that described the placement of 28 elements. All right, let's move on. Number 14, if that didn't blow your mind, maybe this will. Scientists used battery polarity to weigh the elements. This is so far above my head that I hate reading it. You know when you watch Jeopardy with Alex Trebek or whoever the host is now, and they read the answers as if they knew them all along, like they're the keepers of all the knowledge. I feel that by reading these things, I don't really understand what I'm reading, that I'm coming across as pompous, and I am not. I don't. Part of the reason why I wanted to do this is because I don't know much about this. By the way, here's the periodic table of elements. That's all you got. All right. In order to determine the weight of each of the 63 known elements at the time, scientists passed currents through several solutions to break them up into the atoms of specific elements. Batteries were used to separate the atoms. Their polarity would make atoms of one element go in one direction and others in another. The atoms were then collected in separate containers and weighed. Dreamer Deborah, welcome in. PTV asks, Mendeleevium. Is that named after him? Is that an element? Then yes. I'm guessing yes. There's Pam. Thank you, Pam. All right, number 13. Card games. The periodic table reflects its creator's love for card games. I'll show it to you. Dmitry Mendeleev, was very fond of card games. That's why he wrote the weight of each element on a separate index card and sorted them as they would be organized in solitaire. Elements with similar properties then formed a, quote, suit, unquote, and were placed in columns that were ordered by ascending atomic weight. Yes, when I look at that, I think solitaire. Next, number 12, used to predict elements. What do I mean by that? I shortened that for something. I'll just read it. Usually I have a different picture to showcase each one of my 15 things on this list, but I only have this. So, all right. It was used to correctly predict elements that hadn't been discovered. Well, this is kind of interesting. When the creator, the Russian guy, put his original periodic table together, there were several blank spaces in it. By estimating their properties relative to other elements near the spaces on the table, he was able to correctly predict the discovery of a few elements. He correctly predicted the weights and chemical behaviors of gallium, scandium, and germanium before they were discovered. This guy's so smart, he's doing stuff I don't even understand. No, he discovered elements before they were discovered, I guess. How about that? Did I see Bill, Magic of the Mouse Radio? Welcome in. What's this? H2O or O2H? Okay. Definitely not. I won't be administering a test for this. Indeed. All right, let's move on fast. I'd rather eat Oreos. Okay, number 11, also used to incorrectly deny elements. So in the way that he predicted the existence of elements, I guess he incorrectly predicted the existence of others. So despite impressively predicting the existence of a few elements, he also used this table to incorrectly deny the existence of a few other elements. I just said this. After they had been discovered. Oh, so he's like, you think you discovered something? Well, according to my table, you didn't. But they did. He denied the existence of argon after it was discovered in 1894, as it didn't fit into his columns. And he did the same after the discovery of helium, neon, krypton, xenon, and radon. These are the only ones I've ever heard of. I'm kidding, but kind of kidding. Not really. Let's move on. Number 10, periodically revised. The International Union of Pure Applied Chemistry, I used to be a member, is responsible for maintaining and updating the periodic table in the case that any scientific discoveries call for changes. The most recent revision of the periodic table was published in December 2018. Wow, if I cared more, I'd ask, what did they revise? Oh, well. Again, I don't want to put on airs. I don't know what I'm reading. What is Keith? What is this? I don't even understand. Keith, this is above my pay grade. I don't know. Does this spell something? I don't know. Keith's making me feel dumb. What is that? I don't know. Keith, explain that. Let's move on. Number 10. Number 9. Sorry. Technetium. I think that's how you say that. It was the first artificially produced element. Today, there are 118 confirmed elements in the periodic table. 90 of those elements are commonly found in nature. Others are largely synthetically made. Technetium was the first element to be synthesized. It was first produced in 1937. Today, there are 24 other elements that are primarily produced synthetically. Did I explain what the periodic table is? I had to print out a definition because I wasn't exactly sure how to define it. This is from Britannica. It says the periodic table of elements in chemistry, the organized array of all the chemical elements in order of increasing atomic number, i.e., the total number of protons in the atomic nucleus. That's an atomic number? When the chemical elements are thus arranged, there is a recurring pattern called the periodic law in their properties, in which elements in the same column or group have similar properties. The initial discovery, which was made by Dmitry I. Mendeleev in the mid-19th century, has been of inestimable value in the development of chemistry. Although it was not actually recognized until the second decade of the 20th century. Okay, well, that's enough. That's all we need. All right. Number 8. Okay. Let's see. I've been abandoning the chat because I'm trying to read some words that I don't get. Bentanica. I'm loving the rim shots today. This is good. This is good stuff. I'm just going to go back a little bit. Okay, we've got a little generational smackdown going on here. I think this was what this is all about. I get it. Touche. I mean, I can do those things too, but like my students can't. They can't tell time on a analog clock. Kelly, the Mickey Bunch is here. Welcome in. All right. We're counting down. Oh, I have a banner. In case you're just joining us, this is what we're doing. All right. Not that you want to know. Anyway, let's go. Number 8. Number 7. Let's go to number 7. I think I read 8. Okay. 4 recently named. Okay. 4 of the elements in the table were only recently named. On November 28th, 2016, the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, again, I'm no longer a member, approved the name and symbols for 4 elements that were previously dubbed elements 113, 115, 117, and 118. These elements were named nihonium, moscovium, tennessine, oh, that's clever, and Oganesson. I think I'm saying that right. I don't really know. But tennessine is kind of spelled like Tennessee. And I wonder if that's where it was discovered. Moscovium, like Moscow. Cool. All right, I'm trying to find something in here. Okay. Next, number 6. Most are metals. The majority of elements are metals. Almost 75% of the periodic table is composed of metals. The alkali metals, alkaline earth, basic metals, transition metals, lanthanides, and actinides, again, these are all new words to me, are all groups of metals. How about that? That was quick. What is PTV? What? Are you Googling this? Do you know this? Oganesson, is that how you say it? I don't really know. Is also a noble gas. Okay. Is this a category in Jeopardy? Asks Deborah. Oh, it just jumped. There it is. Let's move on. Named after what? Number 5. Some elements are named after famous scientists, planets, or mythological figures. Einsteinium is named after Albert Einstein, while germanium, americium, and gallium were named after the places in which they were discovered. Uranium was named shortly after the discovery of Uranus, or Uranus, whatever you're more comfortable with there. The names of some elements come from mythology. For example, thorium is named after the god of thunder, Thor. Titanium, meanwhile, is named after the Greek Titans. So that's cool. We probably could have put that together. PTV says one is named after Berkeley. One, I imagine, it was discovered at Cal Berkeley. Cool. Number 4, Greek descriptions. Other elements are given the Greek word that best describes them. So more about the naming of them. Then there are the elements named with the Greek word that best describes its properties. Argon is taken from the Greek word argos, meaning lazy or idle. Bromine, which produces a horrible smell, is accurately named after the Greek word bromos, meaning stench. Now, we have a fountain in our backyard, and I use bromine to clean the water instead of chlorine because I don't want the chlorine smell. And I believe bromine is what they use in the water rides at Disney. I think I'm right about that. They don't use chlorine in Pirates of the Caribbean, for example. They use bromine. So maybe what I purchase and what Disney uses is processed in a way that makes it more pleasing to smell. I don't really know. Dreamer Deborah, we're lucky enough to have a couple of drive-in movie theaters in this area. But yeah, I know of 3 around here in the Tampa Bay area, and one's not terribly far away in Lakeland, which is nice. But yeah, I have a soft spot in my heart for drive-in movie theaters. All right. Yes, Deborah. Bromine goes in her hot tub. That's what I'm talking about. Is that the one in Lakeland? Maybe, perhaps. All right, let's move on. Number 3, we're at 7:55. We're all right. Opposites of the table attract. If you take the modern periodic table, cut out the complicated middle columns, and fold it along the middle of the group 4 elements, the groups that kiss are the ones that can be stably fused together. These elements have complementary electron structures that will allow for a combination of the two. Okay. Number 2, carbon is king. Carbon atoms from group 4 can form 4 covalent bonds with other elements and also with itself. This means that carbon atoms can combine with other carbon atoms to form a very wide variety of compounds with a high molecular weight. It also means that the molecules formed can exist in a huge variety of three-dimensional structures, including rings and lattices. This flexibility makes them a key molecule in our very existence. Did you know that we are around 20% carbon? I think I did know that. And that the majority of known compounds contain carbon. It is also the 4th most abundant element in the entire universe. Carbon. All right, last one. Number 1. We did it, everybody. We did it. The periodic table might not be able to extend to 137 elements. The physicist Richard Feynman, his name is Feynman, predicted that if it exists, we will never be able to observe the 137th element. 136 there. That's partly because theoretically element 137's electrons would orbit at the speed of light. Hypothetically speaking, element 139's electrons would orbit faster than the speed of light, making it impossible given today's scientific knowledge. We'll never get there in our lifetimes. I'm being told. I don't really know. Anyway, we did it, everybody. A top 15 list about the periodic table of elements. I didn't think it could be done. I'm sure you didn't want it to be done, but there, we did it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to just tell you one more time that I will be on with D&G Explorers tomorrow and Ben from Pepper Tree Villa. We will be the 4 Foolish Mortals. Sadly, Charlie from Disney Nerd Herders has a prior engagement and won't be able to join us. But please stop by the D&G Explorers YouTube channel tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are doing a show, I think, about Valentine's Day, but who knows? Probably whatever we want to talk about, I guess. And that's what we're going to do. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here, spending some of your Tuesday with me. I hope if you missed me trying the most Oreo, I did it earlier in the show. Listen, it's all right. It tastes like an Oreo with too much filling, but Target's got them, Winn-Dixie's got them. Not that I don't know why I'm advertising them. They don't sponsor this, but I thought it was fun, and goes great with coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be back next week. Next week will be Valentine's Day. Next Tuesday is Valentine's Day. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then the week after that is Fat Tuesday. The day before Ash Wednesday, it is Mardi Gras in 2 weeks. And I will be having my 3rd or 4th annual Fat Tuesday show here on More Sunshine, Please, celebrating Mardi Gras or whatever it goes on at that time. Anyway, now it's time to say goodnight. I assume Mouse Talk has a live stream. So let's say that they do at 8 p.m. Let's head on over to their channel. If they don't, you'll figure it out. But let's say they do, and we'll go over there and check out Mouse Talk next at 8 p.m. Until then, it's time to say goodnight. Thanks, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.